Hi friends, thank you so much for being here. I'm back after a 2-week break and in a new location, so bear with me while I figure out what the background is gonna look like. I'm still figuring out like lighting, sound, setup, and everything. And if you have any constructive criticism, please leave that in the comments down below. That would be very helpful. But today's video, I went through my storage makeup drawers and pulled out a whole bin of old favorites, products that I used to use all the time that have just been getting neglected. This is the makeup look that I created using a lot of old favorites, stuff that I've already featured on my channel. And if you want to know how we got here, then first things first, I'm gonna do the base first because I want the eyes to bleed into the face makeup, and I am gonna go in with my Halo Glow liquid filter as my foundation, but I have been using my REM Beauty concealer to spot conceal before going in with my actual base product because the acne has been acneing. And this is my favorite little detail brush. It's the LBE7 from Lunar Beauty. It's great for detail work. And I do set that before I go in with the next product. I just take like the tiniest little bit of powder on my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. And since I put that concealer down, I don't want to do anything to move around that product. So instead of swiping, I just dab. I haven't been using this by itself lately because I've been really into that like soft matte kind of trend that everyone's been into, but it is pretty freaking nice. I have nothing new for concealer, still using my Physicians Formula, which I do like to let sit. Nothing new for eyebrows either, still using my Instant Lift from e.l.f. The focus of today's look is really going to be the cheeks, like this area right here going into the eyes. So I'm just going to do like a super light natural fill. I don't want my eyebrows to be too dramatic. For bronzer, also nothing new. I'm just using my e.l.f. Luminous Pretty Bronzer. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been tempted to get some of like the new bronzers, like the Say bronzer, the Makeup by Mario bronzer. But at the same time, I think I am really over like the overconsumption of product in the beauty space. There's always new stuff launching, of course, and for the longest time, I was so quick to just buy the newest thing, either to show on my channel or just for my own like personal enjoyment as a consumer. But lately it's been just so overdone for me, and I've kind of been straying away from even consuming beauty content in general because it's always about like what's new and buying and hauls, and after a certain point it just gets really one note and kind of boring to see that. So that's why I wanted to do this kind of video, just reminding everyone that like it's okay to keep using that product that released like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and also like affirming in myself that it's okay for me to get up on here and just use older product. In this economy, I can't be affording to keep buying all of the newest things all the time, especially when I don't get PR. I buy everything out of my own pocket. I don't get paid yet to make these videos. And it's also just nice to step back and really focus on what you have in your collection. I don't know, maybe that's boring for some people to come to someone's channel and see them using like the same concealer. Like, you guys have seen me freaking use this same Physicians Formula concealer, like, over the past year, basically. I feel like that has been the concealer. But I know for me personally, I love watching Get Ready With Me's and seeing people use their favorites regardless if they're new or not. I just want to know, like, what has really stuck with you and what is your ride or die? Is anyone else like that? Like, that's some of my favorite beauty content to consume, is just to see what people really like, their favorites, their absolute will repurchase for the rest of the time kind of favorites. I love stuff like that. I definitely meant to use this NYX Wonder Stick instead of that e.l.f. bronzer. I just completely tapped out and didn't realize that, but maybe I'll just use the highlighter part of it. With the highlighter, I just really like to get it on my finger. This is actually a really pretty highlighter. I feel like these Wonder Sticks from NYX are super underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talking about them. But this is actually like a cute little highlight. I've been sleeping on this little duo. I definitely don't use it enough. It will be rotating into my main makeup drawer with my bronzers. Now for a blush, my favorite part. So I was thinking either one of these, maybe mixing them both together. I haven't used a Rare Beauty liquid blush in months. Like, it was probably the start of the year since the last time I used a Rare Beauty liquid blush. I actually ended up throwing away the shade Encourage and my little mini Happy that I had, because I've had them for like years and I was like, these are absolutely expired, the house down boots. So I did pick this up either beginning of this year or maybe end of last year, but this shade specifically, in the shade Love, I think I actually used to have this, or it was either this one or the shade Joy, and I remember I went traveling and I accidentally left it at the place that I traveled to, and I've regretted it ever since. So their blush in Love is actually their matte formula, which I don't love a matte blush, especially in the summertime. So if I go in with this one, I'm gonna mix in some of my About Face Light Lock Fluid in Roses in the Wall, but I thought these two would make like a really cute little liquid blush moment. I also brought out the M Cosmetics So Soft Blush Stick in Strawberry, which is this one right here. I definitely still prefer the Milk Makeup red blush. I forget the name of it, but they're red color in their stick blushes. I prefer it, the color and the formula, more than this one, but I currently don't have the Milk one because mine expired, so I don't have it right now, but I'm definitely leaning more towards the Rare Beauty one, but we'll see. I did a little concoction with these two together, and it didn't really change the color, but definitely made it more glowy and liquidy. And I want my blush to be like right here for like a sunburnt kind of look. So I'll just put some on with my finger first. And like, I literally go into my eye. No, wait, that's actually really pretty. Ooh, bitch. I am gonna add just a little bit of strawberry. Just brush it on to my brush like so. And I'm gonna go more on the apple of my cheek. Off of camera, I went ahead and primed my lids with my Kokie Double Time Full Coverage Concealer. And then I did set my under eyes and my lids with that One Size translucent setting powder. Now for eyes. This is gonna be quite a throwback, especially if you've been on this channel for at least 2 years. Do y'all remember Miss Nude Prism? Miss Nude Prism by Lunar Beauty. This was the #1 palette for me in 2022, but I haven't really reached for it since. Not because anything wrong with this palette, like, it is absolutely stunning. The new things came out and makeup styles changed, and I just completely fell off this palette. But today I do want to give this palette some love. I'm thinking something a little bit more like peachy red just to go with the blush. So specifically apricot and then sakura in the crease. Starting off with apricot on the outer corner. Yeah, that's like almost the same color as the blush. And I'm just packing on the outer corner and then sweeping outwards into the blush. I'm gonna keep the eyeshadow only on the outer part of my crease and lid. I'm not gonna bring anything into here because I want it to cohesively make this like C shape. But this palette is just super, super user-friendly and it's still available. I'm taking this fluffy eye blender from e.l.f. and I'm gonna go into I'm Shy, which is like a lighter transition shade. And I'm gonna go right at the edge of that blending we did and then go directly outwards into the blush and bronzer. For the lower lash line, I'm just gonna mix apricot and sakura, these two together. And this is a Sonia Kashuk like pencil brush. I don't know if it has an exact name. I don't even know if this is still available, but I got it at Target. And I'm going to start the very corner of my eye, and I'm not gonna be afraid to bring this down pretty low and also kind of like feather it down towards my cheek. I'm gonna keep all of this open because I am gonna go in with an About Face matte fluid eye paint. When is the last time one of y'all used a matte fluid eye paint? I used to use these all the freaking time. It's like, have you seen the girlies and the gays? Like they'll just put like a tiny little white dot, almost like an inner corner highlight. And I've never done that before, but I've always been super intrigued. So actually, just kidding, one more step. I'm gonna take this Cherry Blossom shade. Dude, I used to use this all the freaking time, either as like a matte inner corner highlight or on the lid. This freaking Cherry Blossom shade had a chokehold on me. Definitely my most used shade in this palette. And I'm gonna do that exact same thing. I'm just gonna put it on my mobile lid, not in the inner corner because we're gonna go in with that fluid eye paint, but just to brighten up and add a little bit of pinkiness to the eye. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. For the little detail, I'm gonna take a Glisten number 2, super, super tiny little detail brush. If you like to do like editorial looks or just like a lot of different shapes and lines, Glisten makes the best detail brushes. And then I'm gonna take the white. I wish I knew what it was called, but the sticker fell off, so whatever, it's the white shade. I'm just gonna put a tiny little dab of it on my palm. And then I'm gonna really coat and swirl around the tip of that brush. I also wanna add like 3 little ones, kind of like a faux wing, but with these dots. Nothing new for eyebrows. Still using my Rare Beauty laminating brow gel. It's the best. I pulled out my Rare Beauty Wise lip pencil. It's been months since I've used this, and honestly, I put it back in storage because I didn't want to run out of it. This is that shade. Wise right there. Like if you're medium dark, this is the perfect shade for like that contoury, like perfect, like neutral medium brown that's not peachy or orange or too pink or anything. It's just great for every day. Now for our actual lip color. It's been so long since I've talked about this product on my channel that they've actually repackaged it. That's how long it's been. But if you watched my Yes Style haul, I believe from last year, it might even have been the year before, I talked about the Unleashia Hug Velvet Tints. This is one of the only K-beauty brands that is actually cruelty-free and vegan. Most of them are not cruelty-free, and if you're new here, we only talk about cruelty-free products and brands, only showcase and support that. But now they look like this. So they used to look like this, now they look like this. I did get a new shade. There's that new shade, number 6. Number 4, number 6. They are super, super soft. They don't dry out your lips and they give you that blurred K-beauty kind of look that's really popular. So this is that number 6. Just by itself with that Rare Beauty lip liner. I think I'm gonna add just the tiniest bit of number 4 just in the center. If you haven't tried Unleashia before, they are so freaking underrated. I have only tried their lip products. I also have tried their non-sticky Dazzle Tint, which is basically the glossy stained version of this Hug Velvet Tint, but they feel very plushy, cushiony, not drying whatsoever. Some finishing touches. I just blotted off the excess of that tint, and then I put on a little bit of mascara. I'm just gonna leave the eyes as is. I kind of like just how simple they are, but I am gonna add some freckles with my Freck. Do y'all remember this? I know people still use this, but this used to be like the most hyped, crazed product at one point. I used to use this way more like last summer. I do want to add a little bit of a gloss. It looks nice just how it is, but just for the sake of using some old favorites, I have not touched this Half Magic Beauty Magic Drip Glitter Lip Gloss in the shade Frosty Bitch. Like immediately, that shine is crazy. And that was my rediscovering some old favorites makeup look. I feel like this low-key was an ode, a remake of my Strawberry Girl makeup look that I did last year. So much so that I put on my little strawberry earrings that I got from the farmer's market the other week. If you liked this look and if you want more Get Ready With Me's tutorials, reviews, and other makeup tings, then like, comment, subscribe. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!